As of right now, the total world wealth is equal to $431 trillion, and as long as his wealth continues to grow, we are going to have to produce even more expensive goods in order to keep up with consumer demand. Believe me when I say that we are experts in the production of some ridiculously pricey items. If there is one thing that humans do better than accumulating a significant amount of wealth, it is spending a significant amount of wealth. In light of this, we are going to discuss some of the most costly goods that can be bought with money. Welcome to Luxurymatic. If you enjoy watching videos about luxury and timeless elegance, join our community and please subscribe to our channel. Also, click the bell icon so that you never miss a video and so you are always the first to see our new videos. And don't forget to give it a like and share it with your friends. Now, together, let's venture into this story. The most expensive diamond. The Cullinan. $2 billion. When we talk about the furniture that you have in your home, it is important to acknowledge that paintings and other comparable pieces of furniture are very standard. Similar to being anticipated, the capacity to act in a manner that is unexpected is the one thing that may be purchased with a substantial amount of money. Instead of decorating your home with ordinary furniture, why don't you decorate your home with the most expensive diamond in the world? The Cullinan is the name of the world's most valuable diamond at the present time. A diamond that has been polished, but whose value has not yet been established. Despite the fact that the Cullinan might potentially be the second most expensive diamond, it will be quite difficult to acquire one of these stones. The Cullinan diamond, which weighed 21.9 ounces or 3,106 carats, was the largest gem-quality rough diamond that was ever discovered. In the end, it was fashioned into a set consisting of 9 different diamonds. Because the various components of the Cullinan diamond are currently kept as part of the British Crown Jewels, it may be somewhat challenging for you to acquire them for your personal collection, unless of course you're already prepared to put together a squad. Most expensive private residence. Antilla. $2.6 billion. When you've amassed sufficient wealth to care for yourself and a relatively small group for a number of generations simultaneously, it stands to reason that one of the first opulent possessions you would acquire is an extravagantly furnished and exorbitantly priced home. At the very least, this is most likely what the Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani was thinking when he constructed a gigantic tower in India that cost $2.6 billion. Constructing the mansion with the highest price tag on the entire planet. Antilla, which can be found in the heart of Mumbai, India, is an enormous building with 27 stories and a height of 568 feet. At the moment, the only residents are Mukesh Ambani and his family, giving them such a large amount of area to live in that it's likely they won't see each other for days at a time. Additional features and conveniences within the building include a fitness facility, a 2-story recreation center, a yoga studio, and a dance studio. The fact that this mansion is the most costly private dwelling in the world probably has something to do with why it's so pricey. Also, a multi-level parking garage that has space for around 168 vehicles has been constructed on the lower floors of the Antilla. On the other hand, if you don't feel like leaving through the bottom as everyone else does, you can always use one of the 3 helipads that have been installed on the roof, 2 of them and 1 spare. The most expensive bed. Baldacchino Supreme Bed. $6.3 million. Even if you have the most expensive mansion or a boat that is the size of a mansion, it doesn't mean that you're living a life of true luxury just because you have such things. Not until you have the main bedroom in order, of course, that goes without saying. And there is no better way to accomplish it than by investing in a Baldacchino Supreme Bed for yourself. The idea was conceived and developed by Stuart Hughes. The acquisition of this bed is analogous to the acquisition of a work of high-quality art. It weighs more than 90 kilograms and has an interior that is constructed of gold with a 24-karat purity level. If you were to sleep in this bed, you would actively feel terrible about doing so. This bed, like all wonderful things, is only available in limited quantities. There are only 2 of them left in the world, and one of them was bought already. Neither of them is now for sale, But that shouldn't prevent you from making your bedroom look like a gallery full of interesting works of art. You always have the option of purchasing a magnetic floating bed for yourself at a cost of $1.6 million. That would make a good impression on any visitor that you had over. I mean, everything has a more pleasant feel to it when you're floating through the air after all. Most expensive yacht. History Supreme, $4.8 billion. In our common knowledge, the wealthiest individuals on the planet are lavishing their money on residential real estate in order to have the freedom to live anywhere in the globe. They are getting their hands on some of the largest and most opulent vessels they can afford, such that they are able to live anywhere there is water. Robert Kwok, a billionaire, owns the yacht that is known as the History Supreme, which is the most expensive yacht on the entire globe. This yacht might not be the largest in the world, coming in at a comparatively small 100 feet compared to the runner-up's most costly yacht, the $1.5 billion Eclipse, which is roughly 533 feet long. This yacht's length is also significantly shorter. If I were to speculate as to what makes this yacht so pricey, my best bet would be that it is because it is constructed out of 10,000 kilograms of real gold and platinum. That certainly could be a contributing factor. Gold and platinum are used lavishly in the decoration of the rails, the deck, the dining room, the staircases, and even the anchor. Most expensive private jet. Boeing BBJ 777-8. $410 million. If you are extraordinarily wealthy, it does not mean that your only option is to live in any nation on the planet, but you also have the alternatives, like living in the middle of the Pacific Ocean or definitely above the sky. However, if you want to, and you have the kind of decked-out opulent private aircraft that are currently available on the market, you may even live above enjoying the sunsets and clouds. If you put your mind to it and worked hard enough, you could make a home in the clouds. The Boeing BBJ 777-8, which is also recognized for having the private aviation industry's longest range, is the most expensive of these private jets that are currently on the market, having the ability to travel more than 11,500 nautical miles. It has a roomy 3,256 square foot cabin, which shows that the price tag of $410 million wasn't plucked out of thin air after all. The interior of the plane is completely modifiable, and it is possible to outfit the cabin with a variety of different areas, such as the lounges, dining rooms, bedrooms, and conference rooms. If you're worried that living in this jet won't offer you the entire feeling of being above the clouds, you shouldn't be. Just give it a few years and someone is bound to come up with a hovercraft that doesn't overheat and doesn't require refilling. Before we continue on our list, if given a chance to own millions, would you choose to buy those mentioned expensive items? Or do you have other things in mind? Be sure to comment down below. The most expensive champagne. Taste of the Diamonds, $2.07 million. For me, there is one thing that pairs perfectly with a very costly yacht. It would have to be the best and most expensive wine the world can offer. There are bottles of alcohol that are insanely costly, flowing all over the deck of the yacht. And there is no drink that is more appropriate for a party on a yacht than a bottle of champagne. As the old adage goes, go big or go home. In this context, big refers to a bottle of Gudamon, or a taste of the diamonds, that were distributed in 2013. Since this luxury beverage has remained at the top of the list of the most expensive champagne, each bottle is crafted using only Grand Cru grapes, which account for 100% of the total. It is created in a little vineyard that is owned by a single family, and it comes with a tag made of 18-karat white gold and set with a single deep-cut white diamond weighing close to 19 carats. Oh, and did we mention the tag? Simply because it has a wonderful flavor does not mean that it should cost $2 million. Let's say that this particular bottle of champagne is one that you definitely wouldn't want any of your guests to take home with them. Most expensive painting. Salvator Mundi, $450 million. I think we can all agree that the furnishings are the single most important factor in determining the level of luxury found in a home. You may have gold-plated sink, but nothing matches the collection of great paintings when it comes to making your home appear even more elegant than it actually is. What could be more refined than the most expensive painting that has ever been created? It is said that Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, which is currently the most valuable painting in the world, has been stashed away in Saudi Arabia at the behest of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. There isn't a single person in the art world who can definitely say where the painting is. There has been some conjecture that it could be hidden somewhere in the Middle East or kept it at a tax-free zone in Geneva. There is also the possibility that he is aboard the prince's boat, which is said to be worth $500 million as a fellow enthusiast of lavish living. I don't think that there is a more obvious display of wealth than when you put a picture for $450 million in the hallway of your yacht. Most expensive watch: Graf Diamond's Hallucination, $55 million. If there is one thing that never fails to awe and amaze me, it would have to be a luxury watch. It is a truly stunning piece of luxury jewelry or timepiece. Additionally, if you wear it with a gray shirt and blue jeans, people will still assume that you are approachable even though you are dressed casually. That is, unless, of course, you're sporting the Graf Diamond's Hallucination on your wrist. Believe me when I say that if you are caught wearing this watch in the wrong part of town, you will lose a hand. This watch is made up of 110 carats of diamonds of varying colors. On top of a bracelet made of platinum, the diamonds were cut in a variety of distinct shapes. Simply put, this watch is so shiny that it might potentially stop traffic. This watch is about as far off from being a tactical watch as it is possible to get. Believe me when I say that trying to tell the time on this thing around midday will be quite difficult. If the sun is in your eye, it will even be more difficult for you to determine which component of this watch is not made of diamond. Most expensive gold chrome Bugatti Veyron: Flo Rida's Bugatti Veyron, $2.7 million. Evidently, this entry takes up a slightly smaller amount of space. Nevertheless, I feel compelled to talk about this car, and you really can't hold it against me. The rapper Flo Rida is the proud owner of this gleaming bespoke Bugatti Veyron. It began its life as a pretty normal yet very sick individual. His Bugatti is in a pearly white color. However, Flo Rida eventually came to the same conclusion as the majority of wealthy individuals. What if instead of chrome, this car had a gold finish? One chrome-furnished version of this car was built later. It could possibly make you want to run off with this Bugatti. However, considering that it has 1,200 horsepower, can reach a top speed of 255 miles per hour, and can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.6 seconds, it is likely that the police will be chasing after you. The most expensive smartphone: Falcon Supernova iPhone 6 Pink Diamond, $48.5 million. There are some extremely affluent persons who opt to maintain a low profile regarding their wealth, driving quite ordinary vehicles, dressing in unremarkable attire, and purchasing an ordinary yacht of 300 feet in length instead of doing anything insane. Some people like to flaunt their accomplishments with a little sparkle, and what better way is there to flaunt your successes than by picking up the phone with the most expensive smartphone in the world? The Falcon Supernova iPhone 6 Pink Diamond is absolutely correct. The most expensive phone on the market is not some kind of futuristic high-tech surveillance phone. Since it's an iPhone 6, chances are its performance would be subpar in 2022. In the event that Apple has something to say about the matter. This one-of-a-kind design features a large pink diamond set in 24-karat gold and is coated all over in gold to the 24-karat level. In case you were under the impression that there was another explanation for why an iPhone 6 costs $48.5 million. It goes without saying that it comes with software enhancements that are not present in an ordinary iPhone from 2014. However, showing off your skills with this phone at a genius bar won't do you any favors. That's a wrap-up. So, which of these expensive items is your favorite? Let us know about it in the comment section below. And if you liked this video, please click the like button. Adios, until next time.